You want to know what separates millionaires from the rest? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's not even intelligence. It's psychological warfare, and they've already won. While the world is out here scrolling through distractions, chasing validation, and complaining about how hard life is, the real players are operating on a completely different level. You think money is just about numbers? It's not. It's a mindset. It's war strategy. It's rewiring your brain to think so ruthlessly, so strategically, so relentlessly that success becomes inevitable. The psychology of millionaires isn't about living lavish. It's about dominating your environment before it dominates you. These people wake up different. While you're hitting snooze, they're already at war with themselves, with their comfort, with the weaknesses trying to drag them back to mediocrity. You think they feel like grinding every day? No. They've just learned one truth early. Your feelings don't matter. Results do. So they do it anyway. Discipline is their religion. Delayed gratification is their fuel. They don't need the dopamine rush of now because they're building a future that'll make the average man look like a spectator. That's the real flex, sacrificing what's easy today for what's powerful tomorrow. Millionaires aren't born, they're built in silence, in the hours no one sees, in the years where no one claps, in the moments where quitting looks easier but finishing builds legends. You think these people haven't failed? They've failed harder, faster, and more often than you ever dared to try. That's the secret. They didn't flinch. They didn't cry about it. They analyzed it, adapted, and came back stronger. Weak minds break under pressure. Millionaire minds use pressure as the forge. Let's talk about control. Millionaires don't just control businesses. They control themselves, their emotions, their reactions, their time. They guard it like gold because they know one wasted hour is another opportunity slipping through their fingers. You can't be rich in money if you're poor in focus. You can't build wealth with a distracted mind and soft habits. These people cut out the noise. They eliminate what doesn't serve. They aren't afraid to lose friends, miss parties, or walk alone because they're walking towards something bigger than approval. Most of the world is addicted to comfort. Millionaires are addicted to evolution. Comfort is the enemy. It seduces you into settling, into saying good enough when deep down you know you were meant for more. The psychology of the rich is built on discomfort. They seek the hard route. They want the struggle because struggle breeds strength, and strength becomes power. Power to make decisions, power to build, power to walk away from anything that doesn't serve their mission. You know why you're stuck? You still think like a consumer. Millionaires think like creators. While you're spending money on things to impress people who don't care, they're investing in assets that multiply. They don't chase status. They chase freedom. Freedom to move, to choose, to control. They don't just earn, they leverage their time, their skills, their resources. Everything is a chessboard. Everything is calculated. They don't wait. That's the next key. Millionaires don't sit around waiting for signs, permission, or some perfect moment. That's a poor man's disease. Waiting. You want to be rich? Start now. Start messy. Start broke. But start. These people make fast decisions, take fast actions, and deal with the results later. Indecision is a silent killer of wealth. Every second you hesitate, someone else is moving, building, claiming the opportunities you were too slow to grab. And here's something no one talks about. Millionaires aren't nice all the time. They're not people pleasers. They know how to say no. They draw lines. They value their energy like it's currency, because it is. They don't hang with time wasters, energy vampires, or those who don't level them up. They don't argue with losers. They don't prove themselves to doubters. They're too busy proving themselves to the future version of themselves that they refuse to disappoint. You want millionaire results? Adopt millionaire pain tolerance, because it hurts. The long nights, the failed launches, the debt, the judgment, the self-doubt. But they eat that pain. They metabolize it into fuel. While you're whining about being tired, they're out there grinding through it, because they know the pain of regret is far worse than the pain of discipline. And if you're still making excuses, let me be harsh. You don't want it bad enough. You like the idea of success more than the reality of work. You like watching others win more than fighting for your own. That's why you're stuck. Because the millionaire psychology doesn't wait to feel motivated. It's built on habits, not hype. Built on systems, not moods. You show up, you execute, you repeat. Let's go even deeper. Millionaires are obsessed, not balanced, not chill. Obsessed with progress, with purpose, with precision. Their rituals aren't random. They're sacred. Early mornings, controlled inputs, fierce boundaries, ruthless focus. They don't let distractions in. They build mental fortresses because they understand the most valuable asset they own is their mind. Protecting it is priority one. You still think it's about working harder? No, it's about working smarter, harder, longer, better. Millionaires think in terms of leverage. One move that multiplies, one system that duplicates, one asset that produces while they sleep. They aren't hustling for years with no strategy. They're scaling, automating, delegating. They don't just grind, they evolve, constantly. Their psychology doesn't crumble when things go wrong. They expect chaos. They plan for it. They welcome it, because chaos reveals the weak and elevates the prepared. That's the game. Life will test you, and most of you will fail because you're still emotionally fragile. One bad day and you spiral. One failure and you give up. Millionaire minds? They build muscle through adversity. They get sharper, tougher, colder. You're not broke because of your circumstances. You're broke because of your mindset. And if that stings, good. It's supposed to. Because that pain might be the wake-up call you need to stop wasting time and start reprogramming your entire operating system. No one's coming to save you. No one's handing you the blueprint. Millionaires become millionaires because they decide to, then act accordingly, relentlessly, obsessively, until the result is undeniable. You want this life? Start thinking different. Start acting different. Start living like your time is priceless and your dreams are non-negotiable. Be ruthless with your schedule. Be brutal with your distractions. Be relentless with your mission. Or stay broke, stay average, and keep telling yourself comforting lies while the real ones keep winning.